Isaac?
Mic turned off.
Well, anyways, Isaac's currently jerking one in an extremely aggressive fashion. Welcome back to Mayo Sandwich. This is your first host, Maurice.
This is your second host, Chavis.
And you still hear Isaac jerking it in a very aggressive fashion.
It's me.
In an esoteric type of way.
Oh.
He's been jerking it so aggressively for like the past 48 months. He's actually
I go to work. I drive like this.
Yes.
You actually do. What's up, Mayo heads? Fucking Mayo maniacs.
Yeah, what's up, Mayo maniacs? That's your new name.
How's everyone been doing? You know how
I'm bad because I'm here with you guys.
Well, you should go die in a hole.
How was your guys' weekend, Isaac?
This is the second day of my weekend, and yesterday was all right. It was real busy. No, I haven't really been up to much on my I've just been chilling, man. Been playing a little bit of GTA 5, having fun with that.
Yeah.
I realized how much, even though the story isn't like as amazing as like Red Dead is, it's still fucking hilarious.
Yes, it is. What about you, Chavis? How's your?
Why'd you say it like that? Nice low energy, buddy.
Well, I've just been like working. Using my days off for just
working.
Me like playing Binding of Isaac or Balatro.
Type shit.
That's sad.
Shit.
What about you, Maurice?
Well, past few days are pretty good. And then Sunday night happened.
Oh yeah.
I drank an entire Biggie Buzzball before I had work Monday morning. It was rough.
Were you hungover?
Oh yeah. Is that even a question?
The sky blue.
Yeah, with how much sugar was in that fucking thing, dude.
Yeah,
it felt like I got into a fight.
50% sugar and the rest of it's alcohol.
Yeah, I got into a fight with it. Felt like I had got into a fight with a grizzly bear, and the grizzly bear had fucking katanas for hands, and they were also sledgehammers, and he just kept on hitting me in my fucking temple.
Oh my god, they're making their fucking dog bark.
We want to restart this.
No, this is. I think this is a fine beginning. It's just
it's all right.
It's just
overrated as fuck.
Yeah, I was fighting for my life Sunday night. My girlfriend actually told me that I woke up in the middle of the night and got in my chair and was like, I gotta use the bathroom.
Wait, did you black out?
Well, I guess I'm thinking I was sleepwalking because I went to bed. This is after I went to bed. But I don't remember that. I remember getting in my chair, and then I remember grabbing the trash can, going to the bathroom, and then taking a shit with me holding the trash can in my hands.
Were you gonna
waiting to throw up? Yeah.
Just...
I felt like I needed to throw up. Nothing ever came up. And then I laid back down, and I woke up the next morning. And it was all bad. Immediate migraine relief. I drank 3 bottles of water before I even left the house. And then I bought a body armor on the way to work and chugged that.
God.
Base.
I just needed water and electrolytes to keep me alive.
I kind of spread out my alcohol consumption over the past couple days. Like I've had like a glass of wine here and like a couple things, but yeah, I didn't like Sunday. I drank a little bit more. We got a little silly. We were a little like, ooh.
I got a little bit more than silly.
You got fucking
got crazy,
pissed drunk.
Get Biggie drunk.
Yeah, I'm very sophisticated, guys.
I don't think I could drink another one of those.
It's a
for
lot
a
of
You're
long
not supposed to
time.
drink a whole one, is the thing.
Yeah.
How'd
Yeah,
it taste though? Was it delicious?
yeah, it was good, but honestly, I think if I ever tasted that specific flavor again, I might throw up.
Tell the audience what
That's why
flavor you
Biggie
got.
Balls come in so many flavors because they know whatever the last one you drink was is gonna make you sick.
You said what, Chavis?
Tell the audience which flavor you got.
Oh, it was strawberry Rita.
And so it's like a strawberry margarita.
Yeah, it was really fucking tasty.
Sounds not too bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
Chavis is
buy
a
one, you can
big
drink the whole
fan of
thing and be on the
Aperol.
verge of a blackout.
I tried Kraken last
Oh yeah,
week. It was pretty okay. Not gonna get it again. A little
I
spicy for my
I'm
taste.
so sick of rum, man. I had that phase briefly where like I would buy rum because it was so fucking cheap, and I'd be like, yeah, this is my shit, and I fucking like. I remember Maurice had to stay on call with me one night because I got so drunk and sick, and I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I don't want to go to sleep because I might choke on my vomit. Oh, I was so fucking. I was out of it. And I just remember like vividly, extremely drunkenly, like pacing around my living room with my headset on, talking to Maurice. And I was just like, It was great. It was a fun time. Every time I drink like enough rum, I've been sick, you know? Because if I drink like enough whiskey to feel good, I'm like, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. But if I drink like enough rum to feel good, soon after I feel like dog shit. I don't know what they put in it.
I
But
think
I'm
it's just
also not
a
drinking
fuck
nice
ton
rum.
of yeah. Do you think it could possibly? Does rum have more sugar than whiskeys?
I don't think. Oh, maybe like spiced rum.
That's the
Probably.
only thing I could really think of. Because the only thing I've seen in correlation to me feeling like shit and not feeling like shit whenever I drink is how much sugar
Yeah.
is in the drink. Because like if I'm taking shots and I'm like chasing it with like a Coke Zero, like I'm good. If I instead like drink an entire Biggie Buzzball, like I'm gonna feel like shit. But
Dude,
like
the worst hangover I had was when I had that pre-mixed like blue Hawaiian thing. That was like it was
yeah.
also like a 1.7 liter.
Oh yeah.
But that one's like, well, I think it's also 15%.
Yeah, that's the exact same that I had with the Buzzball then.
But I drank a lot of it. I was talking to Isaac that night.
Yeah, that's the exact same percent and fucking amount as the Biggie Buzzball. I don't think that was my worst hangover was definitely the night that I was drinking entire glasses of Jack Daniels.
That doesn't sound like a good hangover.
It was a violent hangover, man. It was extremely violent.
Yeah, I felt awful after that
Whenever
blue
I,
Hawaiian.
whenever I woke up, my mouth was so fucking dry. And the room was still spinning, and I'm just sitting there like, "Fuck, dude, I have to go to work." I don't know what is up with me and having vicious hangovers whenever I have work the next day.
Because
I,
you choose to drink on Sunday, knowing you
yes, I
have work.
do. Yes, I do. I mean, it's
Like unplugged again.
whenever I get to a certain amount of drunkenness to where it's like I'm making bad decisions, but luckily I'm making them in my house. The bad decision always becomes drink more.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
as
then
soon
go
as
to
you
work
do that.
tomorrow.
Dude, I'm using the little smoker thingy on tea right now. I'm gonna see what happens.
Smoked tea.
Smoked
Y-
tea is, you know what?
I'm interested.
Interesting.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was talking the whole time, but my fucking mic got unplugged. This is a great episode for me because I was trying to explain that rum had is made from sugar cane or like molasses and shit.
Oh, so pure
And
sugar. Huh?
well, it's distilled that way, so I guess technically you might have more residual sugar. I don't know. Don't fact check me on that. I don't know anything.
Could just be like Yeah, what it's made out of is what probably makes you
Alright, that
have a
tastes
worse
weird. I
hangover.
kinda like it, though.
Talking about things that taste weird, but you kind of like. Uh, I was recently
Uh,
getting shit on at work because I said fucking Kool-Aid pickles.
yeah, well, okay, here's the thing about that, is that you don't work with anybody that looks like you, right? It's very much like a black people thing. From every time I've heard about it, I'm like, oh, this is definitely not for the honkies. This one, I haven't tried them. I wanna give them a go. I'll be real. I don't think I'll like them because I'm racist. No, I'm just kidding. But we'll see. We'll see. You have
I
any,
think it depends
Maurice?
on the. Can you use like any flavor for them?
Yeah. I've done fucking grape. I've done fucking fruit punch. I've done cherry. I've done orange.
So is
I've
it
put
with cucumbers or do
well,
you take actual
yeah.
pickles
I get pre-made pickles. I'm
with it?
sure, huh?
So it's not made with like vinegar and stuff like a normal pickle, right?
No, all I do is I'll go and buy some pickles, and then after I buy some pickles, I'll buy some Kool-Aid, and then I put the Kool-Aid in the pickle jar.
So yeah, it does have vinegar and stuff
Uh,
in it.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
still
so
got
it
vinegar and
does.
shit in it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious. Um, that is like I'm trying to watch my sodium, so I'll fucking eat half of one maybe.
I don't
But
watch your
Get low
sodium. What
sodium
a
pickles.
and I'm also trying not to eat that much sugar, so I'm like
Well, if he gets the
trying
packets,
not to
I
die.
don't. I don't think those come with sugar in them.
they definitely
I'm not
fucking
gonna
don't.
I'm not gonna have
Yeah,
sugar-free Kool-Aid. That's what,
it's
you
not sugar
fucking
free. It just
stupid?
doesn't have sugar in it. It's the thing
Well,
you
I
use to like
normally
put
add
your own
some
sugar.
sugar.
Sorry, I wish you could see my face right now. Are you
No, I don't wish I could see that fucking ugly mug you got.
because I know your dad used to have the sugar-free Kool-Aid specifically.
That don't
Yeah.
sound too bad. Doesn't sound great.
Well, he is diabetic, so it's like
Yes, he
that's what you
was.
gotta go
Valid.
for. Yeah. Because my grandmother was I'm not gonna use the ethnic name for her, so people can't discover my ethnicity.
I
But yeah, she used to
think you've
have like
said
all the
it
sugar-free
before.
shit. Yeah, I'd say it to you guys. I
No,
don't know.
you said it on here before.
I don't care. Fuck all you people. But
You could say she had a hook for a nose.
oh my goodness.
Oh, my massive ball soup.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
lord.
Oh my god.
My
Oh
sciatica.
my sciatica. I had sciatica by the way. Fucking ridiculously painful.
Sciatica
Um
only affects a certain type of people.
y'all suck.
It only
Dude,
affects the people Kanye's talking about, and not the
that's
ones he's talking about positively.
There's a really funny joke here, but
I
I don't think I'm gonna
I
say
like
it.
Hitler. Say it, dude.
I say
You
you
already
get
you already
sciatica because you're always bending over grabbing pennies off the
No, I was helping somebody get a foosball table in their trunk.
ground. That's pretty heavy fucking thing.
Yeah, it fucking I
Yeah,
lifted wrong and I remember
yeah.
dude, I
Well, he
remember like
lifted it
waking
wrong, and it
up.
kind of messed up his sciatica. But then he saw a quarter on the ground and fucking bent down too quickly.
He said,
I
"Oy
did
vey."
I did like I like squatted down and like fell to the ground to grab the quarter. I was like, "Oy vey," and then yeah, that's not even the kind.
It's a
We're
quarter.
we're,
It's a
we're,
quarter.
we're
You guys, how about we talk about the worst jobs we've ever had? We're
the
allowed to talk
worst
about.
jobs.
Yeah, we're allowed to talk about the worst jobs we've ever
Are
had,
we gonna name names?
if you want to.
Uh,
If it's too local or specific, then you don't have to. But
this one's pretty. Well, it's not localized. Um,
Yeah, those are everywhere.
yeah. But how about somebody else start? I gotta get
Oh,
my
I
stories
can start.
together.
I
yeah,
can
go ahead,
start.
Maurice.
Mhm.
So back whenever I was, well, there's I can
You
think
can
of
type it
two.
into the chat if you have a specific name, so we know.
Oh no, I mean one of them's Hy-Vee, and that's all over the Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
No,
too specific.
we're
I'm not.
Midwestern boys. Well,
Yeah.
the cool ones of us. Yeah, shut up, fucking
Well,
Southerner traitor bitch.
he's in the Midwest, I
No, he's
think.
not.
No,
He's in
no,
the
no.
South. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but the one I'll start with Arby's. I hated that job for a few reasons. One was the management sucked. Both the managers, like the GMs, they weren't that bad. It was like the other people. Like one of the people was an ex addict of several drugs, and the other one,
One lady.
yeah, the one on morning shift was a active Xan addict. So that was pretty cool. I never was
Already a
on her
bad
shift though.
idea.
It's
Yeah,
real awesome. People
but
fucking leaning at work.
me and my girlfriend, we were the only people that closed, so we were both in high school and both closing, working like 38 hours a week because we're in high school and we can't work 40. But
Might as fucking well have been.
yeah, might as well have been, yeah. But fucking that was one of the reasons. Then the other reason was never got a raise the entire time I worked there. The only time I ever got a raise was whenever they upped the minimum wage. And
How
then the
long did you work
other I worked there for over a year, well over a year. But
there?
one of the biggest things that I was not fucking with whenever I worked there was the day that how
You've
can
talked
I
about this on the podcast.
yeah. Yeah, the day that I got called a fucking and then I was gonna fight a dyke.
Gotta bleep that
My
one out.
bad. I didn't know I couldn't say that to you. But
Yeah, I was gonna fight a dyke, I'm not gonna lie. But this was that's also not derogatory because they called themselves a dyke. Well, they said that they were used to be a dyke, but now they're a man.
all
So
right,
yeah.
Formerly.
But my
go watch the
manager,
episode, guys.
yeah, go watch the manager that. Well, go watch the episode we talked about.
Yeah, go watch his manager's
But
OnlyFans.
fucking the manager on duty was telling me to calm down. And
We're not censoring that, Chavis.
Yes, we
not,
are.
not
No, we're
censoring
not.
what?
I have
Where
to
he's saying the
censor.
N-word.
Yeah.
That's fine. He's black. It's
Yeah, I'm
fine.
black. What
We're
the fuck do
good.
you mean?
It's
Why do
it doesn't matter if your YouTube doesn't care.
YouTube does care? They
They're
Yeah,
don't
gonna
it does.
translate it.
they don't care. Fucking
Well, I'm gonna
you
at
guys
least
aren't
put
saying it.
something. I'm gonna
Hey,
layer
you're
something
editing
over
this
it.
if you have to bleep it out, all right?
Yeah, if you want to
Isaac
bleep
never
out,
bleeps out the
look,
N-word.
look, I understand. I said the hard R there, but that was me talking about someone telling me that I'm the hard R. I can say nigga as much as I want. I'm black. Nigga,
Nigga,
nigga, nigga, nigga, nigga, nigga,
He wants
nigga.
to make the editing process so complicated for you.
it is.
But that was one of them. The other reason that the main reason I quit working at Hy-Vee though was because my ex girlfriend worked there, and she was making work very awkward.
Yeah, it doesn't
Mainly
sound.
because she started to try. Well, she started, tried, and then successfully started dating one of my friends to get back at me.
And it
And
worked, huh?
A very, very close friend.
yeah, a very close friend of mine. Yeah, it worked. And it was funny because she was telling the girls at the job, like, "Hey, I'm gonna get with Maurice's friend to make him upset." And I told him, I'm like, "Hey, she's doing this to make me upset." He was like, "Nah, bro, you don't want to see me happy." Like,
Interesting.
nigga, if I didn't want to see you happy, I would let you go through with this and not tell you nothing. But
Now, did she break up with them?
no, but
We
I won't.
have
We
you
won't.
know
We talked
what
off
happened.
camera. Yeah, we talked
Yeah,
off camera about it. I'm
there's
not gonna.
some cool shit that
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, I'm not gonna put all that out there just in case it ever does get bigger. It's not my business to be putting onto the interwebs.
Fair.
But yeah, I left that job for that reason. But the main reason I left Arby's was after my dad died. They were asking me when I'm going to come back to work.
Tell him
like,
go
I'm
fuck yourself.
19. My dad just fucking died. What you mean come back to work?
Oh, yeah, I remember you called and you're like, yeah, fuck this place. Because your dad died like that
Yeah,
day, right?
yeah. They were like, when are you going to come back to work? I'm like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, no, go fuck yourself.
I ended up seeing like my boss later at an AutoZone. I was like, oh shit, because he was cool. He was cool. Both the managers that I had, like the bosses, they were both cool. It was the other ones I just could not fuck
The
with.
kid getting yelled at.
Well, and then
Dude.
also the one that was an ex-addict and possibly still currently an addict at the time of me working there. There was another day. You're gonna have to censor this part out too. But it was whenever Brandon was working there, not my. It was one of my coworkers, Brandon, and he was working in the back. There was this one girl that asked for like buffalo chicken sliders, and my manager said, like the one on duty, not the big boss, was like, we aren't doing them right now, which is a lie. She just didn't want to have to fucking drop more chicken. So she would complain for a little bit. No, you don't have to censor Brandon, but
No,
she
you said
complained.
Let's
censor.
go, Brandon.
Well, you'll understand
I'm
why. So
joking, I'm
you're gonna have
joking.
to censor it. But fucking, she ends up like getting chicken nuggets instead of chicken tenders, putting them in like fucking the buffalo sauce and giving them to her. And the girl's like, "These are fucking chicken nuggets," and arguing and shit, and was being extra because she threw them at him. But then the white manager was like, "Get out of here, you dirty Section 8 nigga."
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, is that one racist bitch?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I like that.
I was just like,
No, I'm just kidding. I hate that, obviously, but
Yeah, put chicken nuggets and
if
fucking
somebody had to
sauce.
say that in any context, that's fucking hilarious. I like that it was then, because it's like, this is just some fucking dumb work bullshit, and you just screamed a slur at somebody in that way.
yeah, she had like several times where it was very casual racism. Like whenever it was getting
I hate that
the
shit so
Arby's
much.
was getting remodeled, the construction workers left a speaker there. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna listen to music." So I'm listening to music, and she was like, "You listen to this type of music?" Like, yeah, it sounds good. She was like, "I just didn't expect you to be listening to this kind of music, because whenever
Oh,
I'm at work, I'm more professional." And it's like, what?
Yeah, what do
Because
you mean, man?
like in the area that I worked at, like it was predominantly black. So it was me and then my other coworkers, because this was like midday, and they were all listening to the shit too. And she was like confused. She was even Jatasia knows the music, and she was like baffled by that. I was like, well, she definitely would have said you're one of the good ones.
Yeah,
She's a
most
you're one of
definitely.
the good ones type of person.
She was thinking about it.
Yeah.
yeah, but you are one of the good ones.
Your mic just fucking peaked whenever you laugh.
Yeah, sorry, I did my hyena laugh. I do that every time I make a racist joke or something. It's like,
Or
ah!
see an epic fucking
I laugh like
everything,
a
dude.
2-year-old.
One of the worst jobs I had, I got two. One's a lot shorter, but I was in Kentucky for a while,
Cunt yucky.
and with me and my brother were like job hunting, and there was like only horrible jobs there, and we found this one place called I'm gonna name drop it because I don't live there no more, but it's called Bowling Green Metal Factory. Never worked there because they were paying us $15 an hour in like 2021, and the whole factory was full of like metal smoke, and it was
Ugh.
fully enclosed. There was no like ventilation, and so the air was like super thick, and also they
With
never gave
fucking metal
respirators.
debris dust.
Dude, there was people like there's like transformer thing arms like cutting metal and shit, and it's like this huge factory. But we even got there. We stood there for like 45 minutes waiting for like the dude who I guess was gonna show us how to do our jobs. He showed up. He was like, I guess the machine ain't working. So he calls manager dude over. He's like, yep, machine don't work. He's like, well, I'm gonna go home, you guys. They're gonna show y'all how to do something else. He's like, I'm just gonna go back home. So we do that. He takes us to this like table, gives us like a bucket of fucking like brake calipers. He tells us,
What?
gives us acetone and spray paint. Still no respirators, by the way.
Yo.
And he's like, here, put this acetone on this rag, wipe the paint off, and then spray the fucking brake caliper again. And it was the same color, so I think it was just actually bullshit work. I was like, we did that for like 5 minutes, and I looked at my brother. I was like, I'm leaving. He was like, all right, I'm gonna leave too.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
how you get fucking cancer.
we went, we did that through like one of those hiring agencies. But
Mm.
we did get paid for that day because we told them, we was like, hey, we went there and they didn't let us do the job, so they still paid us for a full day of work. That was okay, I guess.
That's good though.
And then the second one was the first job I ever worked. I worked at Dollar General, and I thought I was gonna be working at one that was like on the main road of where I lived because
Yeah, but
they
you
were
got
both.
that ghetto ass one, huh?
Yeah, dude, they were both within walking distance, like less than a mile away, so I could walk to either one. But I went to the good one, like the one on the main road that looks whatever. I go there, do my interview. I got bit by a dog on that one, by the way. I
Yeah.
think I told the story of me getting bit by that dog,
Yep. Yeah, I
but
think you did.
Yeah, you put your
I
dick in its
definitely did.
mouth and it's like,
Yeah, it started eating me. And but then she was like, all right, we're gonna send you to this one. Sent me to that one. I get there, it's my first job. So I'm kind of just like, I don't know really what to do. So I usually I just stocked the first day pretty much. And after a few days, the managers were just dickheads and the coworkers were like all shitty. And they had a remodel, and the remodel people like didn't really do anything. They like put the coolers in and shit and like left all our shelves and whatever still in like the wrong spots. So they made us move them back,
Huh.
even though that's 100% what the fucking moving people are supposed to do.
yeah,
And they were
it's
like
fucking crazy.
grown ass like 30-year-olds and shit. And I was like sitting because I had like really horrible Walmart shoes with like no arch support. So my feet were just like murdering me. And I took a seat for a second. And then one of the fucking like 30-year-old women there, she like pointed at me. She's like, what the hell is he doing? And I was like, bitch, I'm taking a fucking seat.
I hate that shit where it's like, what is he doing instead of what are you doing?
Yeah, they're making us move candy and shit. Halloween's like 2 days away. So why the fuck are we just now getting candy out after a remodel? And I was like,
So
ugh.
fucking ridiculous.
And what it ended up making me actually quit because I already left like early a couple points because they would have me close and they would make us clock out and then we would have to wait like 10, 15 minutes for the dude to set the security alarm because he didn't know how to fucking do it. So we would be there clocked out, not getting paid, and he would be like, y'all can't leave till I set this. I'd be like, okay, bro. But I ended up leaving because one day I came in and we had just got the coolers in, and I guess the one in the back like went out, and so there's like a bunch of like spoiled ice cream and shit. And he was like, "Here, scan this out." He did not show me how to actually like properly scan shit out. And when I went back there, I just like I grabbed like a couple ice creams. I was like, I don't fucking actually need to work right now. I'm leaving. I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, my grandpa's sick. I'm going home." He's like, "Okay." Uninstalled the app he made us fucking install.
Yeah, it's like a walkie-talkie app,
Yeah, they
right?
made us install a walkie-talkie app,
It's
which
fucking
Walkie-talkie
worked.
app?
Yes, and it went off when I was at home.
Fuck that.
Uninstalled that shit. I I didn't tell him I was quitting. I didn't tell him I was leaving. I clocked out and never came back. Fuck that Dollar General. Fuck Dollar General, actually, in general.
I wouldn't want to work at a Dollar General at all.
I was only getting paid like $10 at that job too.
It's
And it was,
fucking ridiculous.
yeah, and I was like the guy who like I stocked, I did fucking top shelves. I had to like do frozen shit. I had to do cashier work.
It's time for me to start my Target expose real quick. So I
Go for it.
fucking oh my god. So like when I first started working at Target, I was like 19, right? It was pretty chill. I did fulfillment for a while, and I was like, after a while, I was like, this is pretty fucking exhausting running around everywhere all day looking for stuff without like a shit ton of help. I didn't get trained too well. Didn't really like that. But that was like hardly the worst thing. And I moved up front where I did like cashier stuff, all that. And then I did a lot of carts, and then I started doing like other stuff like order pickup or whatever. So I learned how to do all that stuff, and it was pretty chill. I used to just put in a fucking earbud because I have long hair, and I would just like just do my shit, and I was doing great. But then I had this fucking shitty boss, Michael. By the way, don't censor that. By the way, fuck this guy. Uh, so
Broad enough.
yeah, so he fucking like he was my manager for a while, and I'd just be like, just doing like carts or whatever. And like he was just like, "Hey, you can't fucking." I'd like bring in some carts through the cart doors, right on the cart pusher, which is what you fucking do to get a bunch of carts in. He's like, "Hey, you actually can't do that. That's a write up." So I was like, "Okay, so I have to fucking stand back there." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's what you have to do." And so I'm like, "Okay." And so I put like all 25, which is the maximum you're supposed to do. And that's how much. And he was like, you have to make sure it's 25 each time. And I was like, okay. So what I did is I got 25, and then I pushed it close enough to the doors. And I was like, okay, now I have to start feeding these in like a few at a time, right? And he's like, hey, you're blocking traffic. You're not allowed to do that. That could be a write up. And I was like, motherfucker, you told me not to bring these fucking in here. I kind of went off on him. Like, you told me not to bring these in here. You told me to get 25 each time. You told me this. And he's like, no, I didn't. I was like, dude, no, no, you can't do this to me. And he really didn't
Can't
do
do
shit
this
that
to
time
me.
because he knew he had no grounds to stand on to fucking write me up for that because it's everything he told me to. And I remember like another time I left the key in the cart pusher when I was walking over to talk to him because I was like doing stuff. And he's like, hey, come here and talk to me. And, I was talking about stuff. He's like, do you have the key on you right now? Like in the middle of the conversation. I was like, no, it's right over there. And he's like, that's a write up because you left it. Motherfucker, I remember having like, he had to do carts one day, right? And I just came in and he went over to talk to me after bringing him in, like he told me not to do specifically. And I remember I'm like, hey, you told me not to do that. You said if I did that and I also stepped away from it with the key in there, I get written up. So like what's the deal with it? And he's just like, I didn't say any of that. And I'm like, you fucking suck. That dude would just harass people for no reason. He was stupid. I remember one time, like, I don't know why he was on my ass all the time. He's on a lot of other people's asses. He just like run around telling people what to do no matter what. He's like, hey, next time do this, XYZ. Dude was a bitch. Anyway, he got moved out of my department, and then things chilled out for a while. And then I had another boss that was the guy that was like, when he first started working there, he's like, hey, let me know if there's anything you want changed around here. I'll try to help you with that. And he ended up becoming like the sixth wonder bitch of the fucking planet. I hated that dude because he started getting real annoying about like,
Wondered.
yeah, dude, I hated him after a while. He wouldn't shut the fuck up about like the minor rules because he used to be like, nah, fuck those minor rules, whatever, they're dumb. And he just got like, I don't know what they did to him, but they definitely like fucking took him in the back and like hung him upside down by his ankles and molested him until they turned him into a little corporate bitch or something. And then yeah, then I got another team lead, and she ended up writing me up for. She was like fucking annoying to people. There are people that actively like hated this bitch. People really didn't like any of our bosses after you got to know them. There's like one dude. I'm not gonna say his name. Name starts with a B. You're cool though, dude.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. It was
I'm
the
not gonna say.
Jews.
Not gonna say it was a Jewish doctor.
His name was
But
Michael.
no, he's a cool dude.
It was Michael.
That dude was cool. But yeah, so she was cool with this HR bitch that was just such a cunt. I remember whenever I really injured my hand and I just came into work and I was getting ready and I had like my hand wrap on and I was asking like about ibuprofen, like if they had any, because my hand was really fucking hurting. And I forgot to bring anything. So I was just like, hey, is it, I think I'm gonna go get ibuprofen. She's like, yeah, that's fine. And I just came in to work, by the way. So I had an earbud in because I just got there and I clocked in because I'm supposed to be on time and they usually let you, like, if you need to clock in and go get something, they'd let you. So I was like, my hand really hurts. I'm gonna go get ibuprofen. She's like, why aren't you doing this right now? Or fucking, you have it. Is that what's in your ear? Is that an earbud? I'm like, yeah, it's an earbud. I have to go I'm going to get ibuprofen. I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. Kill me, kill me, kill me. But I was hurting so bad. Anyway, that was my foray into the HR cunt. I can rant about these people all day because they're the fucking
You guys
worst.
might hear a baby screaming in the back.
Oh no, you're good.
That's just because
that's me right now. But
like I put him on my the stretching rack, whatever that's called.
Oh my god!
I put the baby on one of those and fucking. I got the crank all the way in here, so I'm just pulling on.
That's insane.
That's just the explanation that you guys deserve.
But yeah, she sucked, and then she ended up like hiring one of her friends to be a manager for my department. And I remember I was doing cards, and well, no, I just got off break, so I had my earbuds in, and I was about to take them out, and this bitch, the new manager, saw them, right? Didn't say anything because I was just walking by. She didn't say anything to me. And I went to the back where we do order pickup, and I took him out because I was about to go back to work because I just got off break. And oh my god, it was fucking stupid. Because then she got the HR lady to run around the store and look for me. And finally, she fucking tracked me down. She's like, "One of your managers said you had an earbud." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Yeah, she said that do you have one in right now? Are you fucking doing XYZ?" And I'm like, no, I was on break. She's like, well, you're getting written up later. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, okay.
And
whatever,
the next
bro.
day I was supposed to come in, but it was the day Maurice was moving. So I was just like, I remember whenever I had to go in there and talk to them, I talked to my one boss at the end of the day, and he was letting me know, like, oh, we're writing you up for XYZ. And I was like, that's fine. I'm going to put in my 2 weeks pretty soon anyway. And he was like, well, he was cool. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. I just can't do this anymore. And then I was like, hey, I'm not going to come in tomorrow. I'm going to go help my cousin move. I really don't feel like this place deserves me right now. And he was chill with that.
That's all right.
And he's like, I understand. He wouldn't have written me up for that because he didn't. And then he's like, hey, since your new manager does this, the other manager, she does the schedules now. You're going to have to let her know. And I had the biggest fucking smile on my face. I was like, hey, I'm going to go help my cousin move tomorrow because, not feeling like I'm really valued at this family here. Because I was just being a dickhead saying all that, like, dickhead shit. And then she ends up getting her fucking revenge on me because I went on vacation and I used my paid time off for this vacation. And as it turned out, I got my time off and fucking so I was in Colorado, which by the way, the air is thinner in Colorado, and I ended up like I got bronchitis when I was fucking there. So I was in there for a week and the fucking Airbnb that I was in had like the heat like it's so fucking hot. It was in the middle of the summer. Like the AC didn't really work too well there. So I was hot and I had bronchitis. And I was like, I was trying to like anywhere I go, we'd be like hiking and stuff. So I was fucking so like fucked up. And then afterwards, I find out that my paid time off was declined, but I got my time off and I spent money because I was on vacation. So I was just broke. And then I find out I didn't get the job I was trying to get right after. So I just returned home depressed with bronchitis and broke. And I was so devastated as a person. And then I ended up getting my new job.
And now he's happy.
Fuck that place, by the way. Fuck that specific Target. There's like another thing with like this newer girl. She got brought in. This new girl had a manager experience and she was trying to get money. You know how Target's whole thing is we'll pay you $15 an hour
No
Yeah,
to
matter
start.
what.
They're paying this bitch $11 an hour.
unfortunate.
I wouldn't even accept that shit.
Well, she really needed a job because she's a kid.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
But
and
also
she
not
she
fair.
asked, she's like, "Hey, how much do you make?" And I was like, "Yeah, I make like almost 16, but I started out at 15 here." She's like, "They're giving me $11," which, oh my god,
Oh shit! Yeah, I completely forgot about one Ayato. Man,
just
fucking one
name drop
Ayato,
them
dude.
that hard.
Yeah, there's more than one of them.
Oh, okay. I thought that
Yeah,
was
but
more local. Yeah,
nah.
yeah. You should tell the N word story.
Oh yeah. So back whenever I was working there, they allowed people to have speakers, and it was never an issue. There was one day there was this kid, and it was a white kid. He was on a speaker, and he was playing rap music that had the N word in it. This other white dude comes in there. He's like, "Hey, that's not your culture. You shouldn't be listening to that music." He was like, "What do you mean? Why can't I listen to rap music?" Because it's not. The dude again. He's like, "Because it's not your culture." They're just sitting there saying nigga, 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 nigga. He's like, "Hey, you can't." No, he said that you. They're just sitting there saying nigga, and the white dude was like, "You can't say that." He was like, "Yes, I can. Nigga, 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 nigga." So then the one white dude went and reported to HR. HR calls a meeting the next day and fucking says that we can't listen to music on speakers no more. And the other dude, the motherfucker that was saying the N word, doesn't even get fired.
Which is fucking that's just
He actually
so
got a promotion the
representative
next
of
day.
the song killing in the name of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
some of those
at my
workforces.
at my current job, this woman I've told you guys about, the one I really don't like her. I don't think no one in my department likes her. She is so rude and mean, and she also barely comes into work. And she hasn't gotten fired. She's been doing this for like over a year now, I think. And I told you guys, I think the same day it happened, she was talking about her neighborhood just to like me and my manager. And she
Oh
just
god.
casually just like, she's like, yeah, all these N words, hard R, by the way. And she's white. And she says, yeah, there's so many of them around where I live. And
Mm.
me and my manager
Ugh.
just exchanged side eyes. But I wrote it down on paper and reported it because I want this bitch fired.
Yeah.
And she still works there, by the way, as of
Yeah, I'm glad they're
recording.
just not doing anything about actual
She's
bigots in the
she's
world.
literally gotten 4 or 5 write-ups, and
And all
is
of them for like racism.
no, just for like not coming in or leaving early or calling out, and she
It's
still hasn't been fired.
Man,
And there's
at one Auto,
imagine being
there's
that racist and benefiting from white
oh
privilege so
man,
hard.
there's worse shit. There was this one dude at one Auto that was straight up sexually harassing this lesbian girl, and he was like, "You're hot for a dyke." He said that verbatim,
Ugh.
and like he got like a 3-day suspension, and then he got caught being drunk as fuck at work, and then there's everyone talking about how Adderall in the fucking break room, well, the bathroom, and he was still willfully employed, just as happy as can be off an entire
Was
fucking
it
maker's
like
mark.
one of your like black coworkers like got caught taking an extra break and got like
Yeah, he
super
got
fired?
fired. Yeah, he got
Yeah,
fired.
he got like really fired too.
Yeah, one of my friends, Reggie, he took an extra break and they fired his ass.
Yeah, because I remember well, you like met him at a Chipotle and you're like, oh shit, I
for
work
a
with him.
fucking
And
break is
Yeah.
crazy.
as I heard the story in person, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the company sounds
Because
Yeah,
I
evil.
I used to
realized,
play basketball with him. I need to text him.
yeah, I realized right after, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, because he
They
got
just
fired.
really,
Yeah,
it's very clear bias too.
yeah, because even one of the managers got fired because he was calling out HR's bullshit.
Yeah.
Manager?
It was before I got.
Didn't you work with like some really racist like Mexican dude?
Yes.
Yeah,
He was
it's
super.
it's
He was
about that.
super cool with me for a long time, and then he found out that I stopped fucking with me.
Found out
He
you were
Found
what?
started
out
trying to make. He started trying to
he
make me
found out
stay
he wasn't
late.
Mexican and he stopped
He,
fucking with him.
he started trying to make me stay late because there would be days where like we leave at 8:30. At 8:30, not at 8:30:01. We clock out at 8:30 actually, and it takes a few minutes to walk up to the clock out thing. So this motherfucker comes by at like 8:26 with a full cart and is like, "You need to pack this out before you leave." I'm like, "Why? There's all these other people here." He's like, "You need to pack this out before you leave."
I'd be like, and
I'm like,
I am
"Okay."
not doing that.
Whenever he walks away, and as soon as he walks away, I fucking leave. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Because especially after I put him on 2 weeks and like I know I'm leaving, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
exactly.
no, fuck those people. I remember my 2 weeks at Target was so glorious because I was
Oh,
just doing whatever the fuck I wanted.
then I also just had like straight up just like racist people. Like
More
I
than
forget
one.
there was this
According to
one there was a shooting that happened. I don't mean to get political on here, but there was a shooting that happened. It was the girl that had the boiling water, and she went down behind the counter and then used the boiling water pot to cover her face, which made the water come out, which was not being thrown at the cop. And if the cop would not have closed the gap in between them, would have never even been a thought in his mind as a threat, and then shot her. The dude that I was talking to was like, "Oh, that's AI footage."
What?
I was like, "What do you mean that's AI footage?" He's like,
there's
"Well,
an
I
AI
saw."
footage of her actually throwing it, and that one is AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "That's AI footage because she threw it at him." I was like, "No." And then I was like, "Well, it's he." This is where he said, "Well, black people are." He said, I was talking about whenever I got pulled over. It's not fair for me to be treated like I'm a criminal. I ain't do nothing wrong." He was like, "Well, statistically speaking, you know, uh, black people commit the most crimes and blah blah blah." I'm like, I wish I knew this stat because I would throw it right back in his face if I had this information that I have now. Statistically speaking, white men are the number one rapist, as TikTok would say, and nobody is assuming that a white man is just can
Yeah, you don't see a white
bend him
guy in your
over and violently
yeah.
touch his asshole.
Sometimes you see a white guy like that. You're like, I know
Like
what
I
you
know,
I know
I
what
know what
you're
he's gonna
about.
do.
Yeah.
I know what you're
So it's
about.
like I don't you can't just go off statistics be like 70%, 30%, 70% of violent crime. Well,
I mean, yeah, people love those talking points because they can validate
Oh my
their
god. I
argument, but like
remember
if you use it back on them, they're like, no, that one's false. That one's biased.
during
yeah.
COVID, I remember we lost internet at our house and I was doing, my schooling, my for high school, on the computer. And we ended up going to this Panera Bread for Wi-Fi, and I'd sit there with my dad, and we just like I'd do my homework, and I'd like shoot the shit with him or whatever. And then there was this because he also had to do his because he was working from home from his job, so we'd just be there like working and shit. And this one lady, I heard her. She's in the booth behind us, and she was on the phone and she's just like talking to somebody and she's just like, I don't want you to pick me up from there, that's where all the black people are. I'm like, all right, that's interesting. I was kind of like listening in and I knew my dad wasn't paying any attention to what she was saying. And then we end up having like she ends up like saying something and my dad like responds to her or whatever. Like it was just like an innocuous statement. It wasn't anything like racist or anything. And she starts having a conversation, and she was just like talking to us the whole time. And like my dad was being really kind to her because he didn't hear her say any racist shit. But like I was kind of being like, whenever she was talking to me, because I didn't want to like yell at her, and I didn't want to get kicked out because I was doing shit. Normally, I would say something. I'd be like, I don't think I want to talk to somebody like you, you know. But
I don't want to talk to you. You drink Starbucks, you white bitch.
what are you doing in Panera Bread? You drink Starbucks, ho.
That's what sucks about working
But she was like an
customer
older
service.
lady. She was like 50s or 60s, and I remember like somewhere in that conversation, I talked about like I forget, but I mentioned like, oh yeah, I kind of have like a preference for like you know, certain kind of coffee or some shit. And she's like, oh, you're like a California boy, aren't you? And I was like, I literally said, I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? She's like, nothing, nothing. And I remember when I got in the car with my dad later, he's like, that lady was interesting. And I was like, yeah, I heard her being racist on the phone. And he was like, oh,
Oh no.
fucking
California boy,
hilarious.
was he trying to call you fucking gay or something?
I don't
She
care.
just wanted to say fucking liberal
Yeah,
shit.
she wanted to call me a little liberal
You
cuck or
don't
something.
drink black coffee, huh?
He wouldn't
I
drink
do drink black coffee
He drinks
now.
white coffee.
She
Exactly.
cannot stand black coffee.
It even has a slightly brown color. It's over.
She has like a fucking color palette, like that one scene from Family Guy where he's crossing the bridge. You're like, you're
Terrorist,
good.
terrorist, 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 not terrorist.
He has all the
Pretty
white shades. You're good. But yeah, that racism, man, racism.
I
It's
got a
pretty
funny
cool.
story. Told,
Yeah, tell
told,
us
uh,
your
Maurice,
story.
told Maurice yesterday.
This is the
But
racism cast.
this is really funny. So my mom is visiting right now. She's over our apartment. And my mom has no teeth currently. She said she's gonna be getting her teeth like implants or whatever soon. But right now she's toothless, so she looks really funny. And
Oh
my
yeah, where their
brother,
fucking face folds weird.
yeah. So we were already like making fun of her because my brother made biscuits and gravy, and we were eating it, and she got some, and she said it was like spicy, like the gravy was spicy or something.
That's cracker ass shit right there.
It really is. And we were like just bullying, and we were like, "What the fuck? How white are you, bruh?" And but anyway, we go to sit on the couch, and we're still fucking with her. And at some point, my brother like puts his finger in his belly button, and then like she doesn't notice, so she's just like we're laughing really hard. You know, her head's leaned back and shit. And I didn't notice either, but he put his finger like right up to her nose, like pointing at her nose, and I was like laughing just because it looked funny. But he held it there for a second. And she started like gagging. And she was like, "What the fuck is on your finger?" And me and him are just laughing. I start laughing even harder because I realized what he did. And he puts it back in her nose again, and she starts gagging and runs to the bathroom really quick. And then he tells her that he put his finger in his ass instead of his belly button.
Oh my god. I
And she
would
was
have
like,
to
"You
fight
fucking stink."
somebody.
And then
I'd have to fight somebody.
like 5 or 10 minutes later, she's just sitting there, and he goes into like the behind where the couch is, where she's sitting. He does it again, but this time he like rubs it on her face.
She
And
just
then
Fucking
lets him
evil,
do
bro.
whatever the fuck he wants, huh?
That's
she
evil.
can't do anything. She's like 120 pounds, probably less, and like 5'4", 5'6". She's tiny, and my brother's like 6'7" or 6'5", not
You said
6'7".
6'7"?
He's like 6'5". He's pretty
6'7".
tall.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
6'5" is
Right
so
on the highway.
ridiculous.
Yeah, so she can't fight back against a fucking belly button terrorist. But that was fucking, and I was cracking up at work thinking about it the next day. I probably looked like a psycho laughing at nothing.
Out here looking like Dexter Morgan.
Bras, motherfucker.
Yeah, you've been
Surprise, motherfucker.
watching Dexter.
Yes, dude.
How do you like it?
Everyone remembers the surprise, motherfucker meme,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I got to that episode, and it was so foreign to see it in a non-meme platform.
Yeah, you're like, oh, did you want to laugh at it?
I laughed
We
at it
did.
hard as fuck. I laughed
Because
at
it is fucking funny.
We were playing
because
For Honor when it played.
yeah, because fucking so it doesn't. His lines in particular don't. They're like recorded so differently. I don't know why.
He has like
They
action
sound different.
fucking
They
character
probably
lines.
ADR'd it.
I love Dokes though. Apparently in the books he got like he didn't die, but like his hands and feet got chopped off and his tongue removed by like some crazy serial killer or some shit.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It doesn't sound right. Now that I saw the show, it just throws me off whenever I fucking see this shit.
How do you
now.
like it? How do you like it though?
It's good. I like it a lot. So far, I liked it.
Yeah, your dad got me into it a little bit. But I remember like one day he asked me when I was like watching it, he's like, "What you watching?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm watching Dexter." He's like, "Why?" Because
You know,
I think he's basically his thing was like, "You're like a child. Why are you watching fucking Dexter?" And I'm like, "I'm not like a baby,
That's fair.
but I am inspired." No, I'm just
I'm
speaking
inspired.
of Dexter, what has everyone seen a little bit of Dexter and understand the concept?
I watched
I know the
pretty
concept,
much the
but I've
whole
never
show.
watched it.
What? So, if say Isaac, you found out that for some reason, either me or like someone you're close friends with, me, your father, Chris, is doing things like Dexter. Do you view them in any sort of different?
Well, I view them differently because, like, first off, I'm not snitching though,
Okay, you're not snitching
because like, fuck serial killers. But I'd be like, my main question would be, it's like, hey, why are you doing this?
because they're serial killers.
Yeah, but Dexter doesn't do it because he wants to kill serial killers. He does
Yeah,
it because he wants to kill people.
yeah, but
And then he's
he
like,
does it
this
because he wants to
is
kill people. But then also, there's other things that come from it that he doesn't care about that are good.
yeah. He does it because he was trained to do it by his father.
Yeah, but there's like people. He's accidentally saving lives.
Well, he's purposefully saving lives because he's trying to save lives because of the code, right? And he's like, this is
No,
how
he.
you kill
I'm
people and don't get in trouble.
yeah. That's all he cares about. Because I'm watching through it right now. He doesn't care about the life he saved. He realizes later on, like, oh shit, I'm saving lives by doing this. But whenever he
Yeah,
first started doing it, he didn't. That wasn't what he cared about.
yeah. They kind of. Here's the thing. He's way different in the books. Uh, he's he's the same kind of character, but he actually just he kills like criminals and stuff, but he doesn't care about people at all. And
Yeah, he'd be
it's
like a
really
psych.
interesting. He's like actually a psychopath in that. Where in this he's like more like
He could be
sociopath
a likable
adjacent.
character.
Yeah, he's actually like somebody you root for. Because he doesn't in that show he does like bad shit, but nothing that's like unforgivable. You know what I mean? Well,
Don't spoil it. I
I'm not
ain't
gonna
get done
spoil
with it
anything.
yet.
There are things that he does that are not great.
Not great.
Are you gonna watch it, Chavis?
I might. I got a lot of shows that I need to
It's
watch.
good. I think Breaking Bad is probably as far as crime shows go, Breaking Bad's really up there. Sopranos is good. The Penguin is fucking amazing. I love The Penguin so much. one of the best shows I've ever watched. It really it subverts expectations in a good way. It's really interesting. All the characters are really cool. I love the whole relationship dynamic he has with Vic. It's really cool. You guys should watch because you absolutely fucking love it, and also be traumatized at the end because I know my mom got like slowly traumatized through the whole thing because it is, oh my god, there's some rough stuff that happens.
Is it a mini series or is it going to have a season 2?
I think it's gonna have a season 2, but honestly, just the first season is amazing standalone, and if they don't make a season 2, it's gonna be fine by me.
Yeah, you the way you describe it sounds pretty good.
It's so good. It's in line with the Sopranos for me, where you don't exactly always know what's gonna happen. But I think it has, sometimes it's more of like it's a lot more grounded than like Breaking Bad, and even kind of more grounded than The Sopranos in a way. A little bit, except for Batman exists in that universe. So
Yeah, billionaires aren't cool in real life. So
yeah,
that just makes it completely
yeah,
unrealistic.
yeah. The only real cool one is Batman, and he's fake. So
Yeah,
and Tony
unfortunately.
Stark actually.
Too bad they're not real.
Yeah, too bad those billionaires don't exist that actually want to help people. Hey, they didn't think, because like Batman's the good guy, right? But I don't think they thought out this guy that owns like most of the city, and he could theoretically own asylums and prisons and rehabilitate the people he locks up. But he just beats the shit out of people and sends them to the worst places where they become significantly worse people.
Send them to the asylum.
Yeah, like, you know.
No, that's incredible.
In the
That's what you're
context
supposed
of
to
the
do.
world, he's a good guy because they didn't account for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they didn't account for logic. But in the real world, if you're actually the good guy, you're not doing that bullshit.
No,
No, of
you're
course.
breaking mentally ill people's fucking necks.
Yeah, he's beating the shit out. He's paralyzing mentally ill people and putting them in Arkham where they go fucking bonkers because they basically torture people there.
As he fucking should.
You see a lot, not a lot of Arkham, but you see enough of Arkham in the Penguin show to where you're like, oh my god.
Oh
It's
my god, it's my greatest fantasy. The Master Ball soup is
oh
everywhere.
oh my god, damn matzo ball soup. First off, matzo ball soup is fire. Y'all wouldn't know. But
Man, wait out till they find out about Penguin, bro.
Yeah, wait till they find out why he's a penguin.
it's really good. It's a it's a show that puts you through a lot of emotions as you watch it. I can't recommend it more. It's up there with Fallout for me as a show, except for this show will kill people.
You think Fallout won't kill people in the second season?
I hope I hope they kill more mainstream characters in the
I
second
hope they
season.
kill all 3 of the main characters, and let's get
I
a
would kind of
Mayo
hate
show.
that. They can keep the main 3 characters safe. I'm fine with that for a while. But by like season 3, if they're not like putting more people at risk, I think I might not like it as much. I that's one thing I like about shows is suspense. And if you're not actually in fear for any of like the main characters' lives, then
That's what's
it
good
doesn't
about
really
The
build up.
Sopranos,
Yeah.
because any of them could die at any point.
Yeah, towards the end, you're like, "Oh shit! I didn't think
This
they
could be
would
any
kill this
episode.
person."
Mhm.
I think Boardwalk Empire is the same. I need to watch that.
I've never heard of that.
It's the one with Steve Buscemi and yeah,
No?
yeah.
I forget. Have I ever told the story about the journeys I go on for work every once in a while
I don't think
to
so.
the butt fuck
The-
nowhere places?
Yeah, I think you've mentioned going down to like the middle of nowhere and seeing like crazy shit happen.
Oh yeah, the one drain the water.
Drain the swamp,
Drain the
whatever.
swamp.
Trump something. What
Yeah,
did it say?
Trump
Because
won
like
2020.
so it was some crazy delusional shit. I think drain the swamp means something that everybody agrees with, but it's something people believe, but they vote for people that don't fucking care about them. So it's cool. It's cool.
Where are some of these videos? I can't actually find the one with the banner up. But I
You go to
frequently
some crazy
go
place.
yeah. I frequently go to places that have like a population of 200 to 300. And I can't tell you how many times I go to these places and like every once in a while I'll go to a place and it'll be like little not like it'll be like late 50s, 60s white people, and they're like super nice. But then the other side of the spectrum is like I go into a place and try to find someone to take my delivery, and everyone's just staring at me, but nobody's helping me.
They're like, what is he here to commit crimes? Is he committing crimes?
Well, obviously.
That's the only reason.
Yes, while I'm wearing my work uniform.
Yeah, people like that, they probably have been in that town their whole life. Probably don't really leave.
Didn't we look up the demographics of these towns and like one of them
Yes.
had like 2 black people living in it?
Yeah, there was
They're
one that was
always
like
in terror, like in absolute terror.
there was one that had like a majority population in high school, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's like a gigantic high school population. Which is weird to think about because that means a bunch of people there have like 5 kids.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, whenever you live out in the middle of nowhere, only thing you got to do
Just be
Ted
stupid
is
and
hump.
fuck.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all they got down there, man.
Yeah, I don't like so if you're gonna live in a small town and you don't like farm or anything, like a really small town, why don't you just somewhere where there's more shit to do?
Because they
Some
don't
people,
like colored folk. No,
some
I'm
people like
playing.
the peace and quiet.
Yeah, I don't
I
blame you.
like that, but like where I live is like fairly quiet, and it's
No, it's
like,
not.
what do you mean? Well, never mind. I'm
Thought for a few seconds longer.
normally it's very quiet,
Yeah, if you didn't have
but
the
it's like
neighbors that you have.
right outside the city. Well, the one's very quiet now because he's like
Yeah,
very old and
Dying
almost dead.
on this fucking dead.
Isaac fucking
I'll
killed
talk about
him.
him more when he dies.
He chopped his fucking body up and put him in the fucking
Hey,
ocean.
you better calm down. It might happen. No, I'm just playing.
Well, wait, actually, circle back. Chavis, what do you do in a situation where you find out? Like, say you find out that your brother's like Dexter.
You think your
I
brother
mean,
could pull that off?
no.
Let's say in this world he did, and you
He's
catch him.
doing
You
it
I
catch
mean,
him.
flawlessly.
If
Yeah,
he's
you catch
only
him.
killing bad people, then like, yeah, you don't snitch on the pred hunters. You can't,
Those people are interesting to me, though.
they are.
I'm
I
gonna be real.
mean, kind of like not the right way to do it, but it's also like they probably won't get arrested anyway.
Well, the people
you
that
might
do
as
get
well.
arrested, their trials get a little fucked up. Here's the thing:
I mean,
if you're
even
gonna
though
do that,
no,
and you
no,
want there to actually be justice, you gotta kill these people.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, also posting them on the internet does a lot of justice to their immediate circle.
Yeah, but
But
like also it
Yeah,
I
but
damages
not
will
enough of
say,
these
you
people are
because
killing themselves. But our boy, the
yeah,
Gunasad guy, did.
yeah.
Rest in
But
peace.
the main problem is though, even if like a sex offender like that does get tried, bro, they get like 5. They get like 5 years, maybe
yeah,
5 years, and that's on the long side of things.
even To Catch a Predator didn't have like an incredibly
Yeah,
high like capture rate.
because most of the time they didn't actually fucking press charges.
Yeah, which is I don't know. I think if you do these, you have to make sure these people get justice, and also our legal system for some reason gives pedophiles like 5
The
years.
most
But
leniency.
Well, that's
Most
because they're the
yeah,
ones who
pedophiles.
make the laws.
most pedophiles don't fucking do jail time either. Because
Yeah.
I know,
Which is
like,
insane.
I know
That's
on there was a few sex offenders on fuck, I can't think of it. But there's like I've seen plenty of sex offenders on TVs and shit, like on TV shows, real life TV shows. Like on 60 Days In, there'll be sex offenders that are in jail and are about to get out of jail because of time served.
It's so stupid. And then there's somebody in there for like selling weed for like so long because he also had a gun.
He
Yeah.
had a pound of weed.
So dumb.
It's pretty stupid. I think it should be federally legalized already because
That's not gonna happen because
It's
we,
not.
we live under retards, dude.
But like, if you think about all the
Oh,
other
hold
shit
on.
on the
Let me
market right
let me
now,
tell you. Let me tell you. The average sentence without a mandatory minimum was 139 months in prohibited sexual conduct with a minor.
So that's right, pedophile shit.
Yeah. Wait, with a minor. Wait, hold on. With a minor, it's 152 months. 70% of these offenders were convicted of an offense carrying a mandatory minimum penalty. Their average sentence was 180. The average sentence without a mandatory minimum was 76 months.
damn,
It's only a
76
few.
is
Yeah,
only
that's only.
like 4 years,
Yeah.
4 or
How
5.
much did a black kid that legally owned a pistol but had a bag of weed get?
Oh, and he didn't even go to jail. He just got shot.
Yeah. But for some reason, these pedophiles get pampered until they're in prison.
They probably get pampered in prison because they know like other people are gonna try to kill them.
Well, they're also not going into
The
general
same prisons.
population.
Yeah, a
They're
lot of them
not
get
going general.
PC.
Yeah, they're getting PC. They're going
Not all
protective
of them, though.
custody.
Not all of them.
Most. Yeah, they have to. If somebody requests PC, they go PC.
I'm sure some of
Isn't
the
there
cops
like,
are like, I don't care.
yeah,
Well, yeah, and that's a good.
the best thing a cop can do is ignore when a pedophile gets tapped.
But yeah, like fucking most of the time though, because if they can file like motions to the judge and all this other shit. The only sex offenders that still walk mainline are the sex offenders that are trying to hide the fact that they're a sex offender. Yeah,
Usually that doesn't work though.
it usually doesn't because most of the time people check paperwork.
I think though there are like specific prisons for pedophiles.
I don't think
I
there's
heard there's like
specific
one in
prisons. I know
Oregon
there's
where there's a
specific.
lot.
Yeah, there's probably section.
There's like ones where there's like a lot of pedophiles end up at. I think there's
Yeah.
like one in Oregon that was across the street from a school, and they were
That's
like
interesting.
watching kids play during like recess. It's like, hold on, no.
Sam, you just gave these motherfuckers their wet dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it
No,
Washington or Oregon?
hey.
It's somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Don't put them
Well,
across the street.
let's knock out one or two more topics.
Okay, this one's gonna be a longer one anyway. So.
Yeah.
Is anyone gonna stop me? Jesus Christ!
No, we're
No.
just gonna let it happen.
We're gonna let you do
Pussy.
that for 3 hours.
Shut up.
Who's got some topics?
Isaac.
Isaac
Throwing
has
up
topics. Isaac has topics.
Isaac does
Really?
have top. Should we talk about something pop culture so we can put it in the thumbnail?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, look, if you've been listening for this long, yes, we're going to try and get views.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're at this point.
Yeah, man, we're at the point. Yeah, we're doing
we
it.
told all the good stories, damn it.
Yeah, we told our good stories. We're gonna get somebody famous involved. Trump's tariffs or something. I don't
Wait,
know.
no.
We can't put
Druski
Trump
has been caught up in the fucking P Diddy Rico.
What?
I think I
Yes,
saw something
Druski.
about that.
Let's not
Druski-
talk about this and just put it in the title. No, I'm just kidding. I want to hear about this actually.
Druski was caught up in the P Diddy Rico.
Oh my god.
How was he
Let me-
caught up? Like, was his name mentioned?
Yeah, he.
What do you
a
mean by
woman,
that?
a
What do you
woman,
mean?
a woman said that she was sexually assaulted by Druski, with P Diddy in the room, and Odell Beckham
It
Jr.
sounds like something we'd make up while playing fucking Gartic Phone. Odell Beckham and Druski watch Diddy sexually assault somebody.
Okay, let me read some of this off.
Yeah, read some more.
Comedian Druski and football player Odell Beckham Jr. in a gang grape lawsuit against
Oh my
Sean Diddy
God.
Combs. And this lawsuit, initially filed October, Ashley Parham
Just call it
accused
that.
Combs 55 of sexual assault and battery, abuse, false imprisonment, and kidnapping. The amended complaint filed Friday named Druski, born Drew Desaborn. Well, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Fuck that. What? Beckham. Well, okay. Let's get more information on this. Okay, she
Yeah, I'm
claimed
looking at
to
this.
have virtually met Diddy in February 2018 when she met a man now identified as Shane Purse at a bar who started a FaceTime call with the Bad Boy record founder. She goes on to allege that after she claimed claimed in a call that Diddy Combs had, hand in rapper Tupac Shakur 1996 killing. So what the fuck? This is going so much deeper.
Oh my God.
Purse set her up to be assaulted by Combs. That following month, the alleged assault took place in Purse's apartment in Orlando, Orinda, Orinda, a city outside of Oklahoma, on March 23rd, 2018. Where does Druski get involved?
I did see like his response because I like opened Twitter today, like randomly, and it was somebody like retweeted it, and he was like, "In 2018, I was broke living with my mom. There's no way I could have did that."
That is true.
I really hope it's not him. And
Yeah, no,
I hope it's not
I don't think it would
Druski.
be.
Odell,
Yeah,
that
no,
would
yeah,
kind of
no.
suck.
In
Probably just a meme.
Odell's case, that's a possibility.
Yeah, because he was
Because he had
kind of
that one
popping.
Yeah, he also had that freaky ass charge for him, and for not charge, but he liked getting shitted on.
Allegation. The shitted on allegations.
If that's true, I think he's a whole lot less cool to me now.
Yeah, dude, you didn't hear. Hold up, Odell.
I don't pay attention to these people's private life.
Odell Beckham Jr. getting
Listen, listen. You can be into whatever you want
Yeah,
sexually. That's fine.
back in
If you're
2020.
gay, straight, whatever. But like, if you like getting cucked or shitted on, I think I don't respect you.
Yeah, back in 2020, it was an IG model exposed him for getting pooped on.
That was probably just like in my head, that's fake blackmail. This was a lie. Odell is an amazing man. Did you see that catch? That one catch he made? To think I drafted you in fantasy football, you shit-loving piece of garbage. Fuck you. Fuck you, Odell. Beckham had a reply, actually, to the accusation. Boy, I'll tell you what, this world makes absolutely no sense. I am covered by God. He will prevail. I know who I am. Know who you are. Keep your head. That name will be cleared. Shit's stupid. By the way, this is like how he typed this is very odd. I'm just gonna put this in Discord real quick.
I feel like a guilty man.
No, it's just like
guilty.
he spelled no with like he spelled shit weird. Kind of like he'd be like sexually assaulting women.
Yeah, that's how you know that he typed it though, because it's spelled like a motherfucker with CTE.
Yeah. Why do you do shit with an X?
He doesn't.
This is Roblox.
He doesn't have to censor what he says. He's on fucking Twitter. Unless he says cisgender, and
Yeah.
a whole
There
different
was
story.
that thing that was crazy. Do you remember playing like Roblox games like a long time ago and people would like cuss, but they would do like
Yeah.
the Z's or X's in it?
You could say
Yeah.
like gay.
I mean,
in
I
Roblox.
can also another
I-
thing. I
When
got
were
a
you able to
few.
say gay in Roblox? I would have
When
been
I was
fucking saying that
in
so
high
much when I
school,
was
you
like
could.
11.
I got a few more things that are kind of interesting.
Let's get on
Uh,
realistic hood testing and say gay and see if it works.
so Drake apparently is in contact with Adam from No Jumper because a few months ago, a host on No Jumper, Whack 100, made a claim that he owned a flash drive that could possibly put Drake's career into jeopardy because of his main man top, which is Drake's alleged top shooter. This is quotes from No Jumper. I don't fucking care about top 5. You're from Canada. You've probably never shot a gun that has more than in it, and that motherfucker was a pump action. You're not a top shooter anywhere. But
Motherfucker's an expert with the 22.
shit, on God. But Drake got in contact with Adam and was like, fucking, what the fuck is Whack 100 talking about? He's kind of sounding like the police. Because Whack 100, I know you guys probably don't know, he's like fucking 50 something. He's old as
Just a big
fuck.
bitch.
And he just be
He's stretched from
lying.
GTA 5.
He just be fucking lying. Like he gets, and he'll just tell the most horrendous, fabricated lie. Like he was a few years ago, he was just out saying that he had a sex tape of Nipsey Hussle with another man.
And he didn't release it.
That is a
No, he
fucking
never
hilarious
released
lie
it.
to tell about somebody.
Because he just be lying. He's a Pyru. Don't get along with the Crips. So he just did that shit to slander Nipsey's. But another thing, it's not a very happy news thing, but it's a very relevant subject right now with a lot of different hip hop based platforms because it has something to do with a Texas artist. Let me pull this up so I don't get his name wrong. I don't want to be misquoting here. Shit, this is bad podcasting. Oh yeah, Lil Rodney. They call him Lil Rodney. Not Lil Rodney's son. Not the man that was pressing the dude. But no one got that joke. I'll just fucking kill myself. But there's a Texas rapper, Lil Rodney. He went to the car wash with him and his daughter, and some people pulled up, started shooting at him,
I was
and
looking at this. I'm sorry.
and ended up killing him and his daughter, his 5-year-old daughter.
Oh yeah,
And
that.
yeah, they got warrants out for these people already, for 2 of them at least. One of them is also apparently already a sex offender.
Interesting.
So
That's cool. What was the joke you said, by the way? I didn't catch that because I was looking this shit up.
his name, the person that passed away, his name was Lil Rodney. Lil Rodney's son.
Ooh,
What
man,
that is?
Lil Rodney's
man, if
fat ass.
Pyrus and
But
Crips all got along, I'd
probably
probably
got
be
him down.
down by the end of this podcast. It's the dumbest shit ever.
Wrong region. That's a Californian thing.
Nah, they're
But
after me, dude. You know what I do?
I
You
bring
know
up
what I
that
do here, dude?
I bring up that
I'm
little
in
Rodney
these
thing.
streets.
I bring up the little Rodney thing to say, like, for one, if they would have trialed the sex offender more harshly, he would not have been there to do that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, being a sex offender is kind of.
Jesse.
Unfortunately, it's a meta build in the current state.
Yeah. Whenever you're out here looking at people like Diddy and allegedly Odell Beckham. Though, yeah, the more of thinking about that whole Druski thing, Druski in 2018 was most definitely But
Oh shit, you cut out. What did you say?
He was
I
most
said
definitely one.
Druski was most definitely on the verge of being homeless.
Nah, he was raping people with P. Diddy and Odo
Yeah,
Beckham.
clearly.
Yeah, that the more that I thought about that, the less sense it made.
What if it was true though?
That would be insane. Because why does Diddy know a 2018 version of Druski?
Yeah, I've only been seeing Druski since like 2022,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
later.
Druski is pretty new famous.
relatively.
what's another big pop culture thing going on right now?
Let's see. What else is there?
Oh yeah,
Fucking
that one person I was telling you about. So if you're into lol cows,
oh
this one's for
god.
you guys. This happened today or last night, I think, as of recording. But there's this one called Tofia Chew, and apparently, so I think she's just like kind of weird. She's like a weird person. She like rages at people and shit, and she's like kind of dirty or whatever. But she got like kicked out of her house or her apartment, and she's been like living in her car with her brother and her mom for a while. And last night, apparently there was an attempted carjacking for their car, and her brother got shot and killed, and I think her mom got shot too. And I think, is just like on the street now. I don't know if she's in the car still.
In the car.
Yeah, and there's people who are like making fun of her, and then there's people who like are like, "Oh my god, I feel bad now. I feel bad now for her."
What is this fandom page?
It's just Tofia Chu, like TOPHIACHU.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at her.
Listen, I'm sorry for what happened to her, but
She's been
she
caught watching teen Asian gay porn on live stream once.
Jeez, what the
does
fuck?
I
she
don't.
does look like a bulldog.
Wait a second. Hold
Her
on.
brother was also apparently a predator.
She is
There's a,
known
there's
for
a whole bunch of
abusing her
shit.
dog Hershey and cat Peaches, drinking tons of Mountain Dew, dancing on TikTok, demanding refunds on DoorDash, using her Rose toy, being creepy towards Asian men, and oversharing information on live streams.
Which she does
Nice.
do.
Uh,
I don't think she deserved to see her brother
Is
get
she
killed in front of her, though.
Hispanic?
I think she is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't. Her brother had nothing to fucking do with it. They
Well,
want.
her brother apparently was a predator, but
Oh,
they were getting like carjacked,
Relatives:
and the
Mama
dude like shot him.
Chew, Brother Chew, Mikey Chew, in brackets, disgusting abnormal twin.
But either
Oh,
way, her like mom and brother got shot.
damn.
Fucked up,
Uh,
Joe.
That's pretty cool.
We also,
Mama
I
Chew and Brother Chew got glopped.
Jesus, I
That's
have one
pretty
more
good.
thing. With I listen to a lot of California artists. There's this one artist, EBK J-Bo. He just got out of jail a few weeks ago, and he's already back in fucking jail for
What'd he do?
taking the police on a high-speed chase and then being found. I think they've like a gun and some drugs. It's like, fuck,
He
dude.
speed ran going back to jail.
Yes, he's already back in jail.
Interesting.
Yeah, it took little to no time.
Yeah,
And he's doing really fucking good. If he just stays out of jail, he's got a lot of songs right now that are. He's at 2.6 million monthly. He's on a good trajectory.
Not if he keeps going to fucking jail.
Yeah, now if he keeps going to jail.
Dude loves prison.
I will say, fucking. The rules are, if there's other people in that car with him, you got to take those charges, my brother. You gotta say all the
Yeah.
drugs and guns are yours, my brother. Because this man is gonna have money. But if he's in jail, he can't make.
Cutting
And
out.
we've seen
Cutting
it
out,
happen.
man.
Hold up.
You're good.
What about now?
You're good.
Okay,
Keep on
but
talking.
the rules is like, if I'm in the car and Isaac's making a fuck ton of money, and Isaac has guns and drugs on him. No, he doesn't. Those are mine.
Yeah, you're gonna get commissary. You're gonna be eating good noodles, buddy.
Yeah, we'll be eating good, and then also he'll
I'd
be
take
able
care
to.
of you.
Yeah, he would be able to pay for my lawyer, and I also know I wouldn't be losing anything on the outside because he would be able to take care of whatever the fuck the bills were, because that's just how life goes. If you don't let the fucking millionaire go to jail, it's
Yeah.
like there's just certain things you can't do.
Yeah, but if you were
Yep.
the millionaire, I'd absolutely let you go to prison. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
But
fuck you too.
no, I wouldn't.
Like
You're
we see
kind of
it,
like one of my favorite people. So
we see it happen often because like with the YSL trial, one of the things that was really cool, YSL Woody was snitching at first, but then at the ass end of it, he ended up getting immunity. And then on the stand, whenever they would bring up murders that he said, he'd be like, "No, I killed that person. No, I killed that person. I killed that person too." But he has immunity, so there's nothing they can fucking do about it.
Yeah.
what murder?
What murder?
So they kind of fucked themselves by giving him immunity, and then him being like, "Oh, well, actually, this was all
Is
me."
this just me, or sometimes like the absolute demons of the world just given immunity when they really shouldn't be the people having it?
Yeah, it happens
I
a little
mean,
too much.
they fucking gave it to him. That's on them.
Yeah,
Oh,
really.
he ended up finessing around for immunity because I mean, there was that whole thing with Tory Lane's trial where Meg Thee Stallion's friend ended up getting for. It doesn't make sense to me. She asked for immunity for no reason if she's not the one that shot Meg in the foot. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that one's an interesting one.
Because it doesn't make sense. They did not find gunshot. They could not find conclusive gunshot residue on Tory Lane, which you know. Let's say they even say they couldn't find it. Still says that it might be. Well, if you shot the gun, there would be for sure gunshot residue. So maybe he was around the gun, or maybe he was trying to move the gun away whenever the shot went off. I
Yeah, and if
personally
there was
think
only like
he got
one or two
railroaded.
witnesses,
No, there was a whole bunch of witnesses in the car, and the only people that said Tory shot Meg was Meg Thee Stallion and her friend. Nobody else in the car said that. There was two
and
other people in there.
Yeah, but she did get objectively shot in the foot, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, if
Oh,
she got shot in the
well,
foot, somebody did.
I'm pretty sure she caught shrapnel in the foot, which is still gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
and it
hurt no matter
can
what.
fuck you up for life.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure from how they said it went down. Because if I'm not mistaken, you get shot in the foot, the bullet's not staying in your fucking foot, right?
I mean,
It's
your
a
foot's pretty bony.
I guess it depends, like, because sometimes you can just have like a gunshot that just fucks up your feet. And I don't know, like it might get stuck in the meat of your foot if it's like a lower caliber, and it's like if I pull this out, it's gonna like destroy your bone or whatever. I don't know, something like that. You can fuck
Probably
up people's
depends on
muscles,
how you hit it, where the bullet is, all that.
but I think for the most part, a bullet will just go through your foot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
That
thing.
one
'Cause
Sopranos episode.
they said that they had to pull the shrapnel out of her.
if it
But
was just
boys,
strap.
I think it's time for us to wrap this up. I got to go pick up my woman.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
end up
gotta go
being
call
late.
my girlfriend and be
All
like,
right, all right.
hey, girlfriend, would you like to go rob a bank? And she'd be like, yes, I'd love to rob a bank. But you didn't hear
Well,
that from me.
that's been the Mayo Sandwich Podcast, people. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Hopefully, Druski and
Smash that
Odell
like
don't
button.
find you in a dark corner.
Free my boy,
Hopefully.
free my boy,
Yo,
Free my
yo,
boy Nuremberg.
free my boy
shout out Wings
Nuremberg.
of Redemption. Shout out Wings of Redemption.
Shout out Wings. We're big fans. Actually, you think we can get Wings on here?
Maybe.
No.
I can't.
I can't take this shit no more, man.
Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut.